Yo, so how about that lizard wizard, huh? I'd been listening to King Gizzard now for like 8 years. I'd started in high school and just kind of slowly made my way through their catalog until I just kind of like full stopped when they released Petro Draconic. But I just want to look at it like all of their like full-length studio stuff or whatever, and go through and rank them and see what my opinion is over all these years. And I mean, shit, there's some that I've only listened to like once that I was like, okay with, but now I want to go through and just do it all in one spurt, I think. So I'm going to be ranking them from D to S. Hopefully I don't get jumped if I end up putting like fishing for fishies in C or something. And to avoid any like shitty conflicts, I'm going through this in complete chronological order, and I'm going to talk about it chronologically as well. So that means I can't compare something to like Infest the Rat's Nest if I'm only on Gumboot Soup. So basically after this, the only thing I can compare 12 bar to, like, which would be in the next video, would be Willoughby'S and the singles and the EPs. Got it? Cool. Today we're going over Gizz's first 4 singles and then their first 2 EPs. I wanted to put 12 Bar Brews on here too, but I think that would just be way too much Giz for me like in one day. Okay. Enough yapping. Let's do this. I think Hair There is okay. And like if I had to give it a numerical value, I'd say 5, I guess, out of 10. Ants and Bats is like a 5.5 or a 6 because I like how heavy it gets. I like the shoddy, messy kind of style it goes for. It reminds me a lot of the Cramps. But other than that, it's alright. Sleep in Summer was okay. I mean, I like the other 2 singles more. I don't really have much to say about them. Summer was alright, but it was done a little bit better in Gumboot Soup later on, which I know I said we're not going to compare it, and we're not going to compare it, but these are very close songs, damn near the same song. So, and that's like 14 fucking albums from now, so just give it a bit. We'll come back to this one if we ever end up there. Okay, so now with the singles out of the way, we can finally start actually talking about the EPs. We're going to start with Anglesea. So for a little background, Anglesea is Giz's first ever EP. In regards to it, Stu, the band's frontman, had this to say about it. He said, "We borrowed a bunch of mics, set them up in my parents' garage, and recorded that handful of songs we'd been playing live. We really had no idea what we were doing, and I don't consider it canon. Don't listen to it. It's fake." Which kinda just
makes me want to listen to it even more.
Oh, I've actually never heard this one before, so this should be pretty fun for all of us. Okay, yeah, now that I've listened to it, I kinda see why he said not to count it. I probably wouldn't go that far with it to be like, oh, that shit just doesn't exist. But I get it. Like, nothing here is bad, but it's just unseasoned. It's boiled bubble gum. It's unsalted. It doesn't really do like a whole lot to make it stand out from like its contemporaries, like the OCs, I guess. My favorite one on Anglesea though is probably Tomb/Beach. I actually think that one's really solid. Now we finally move on to Willoughby'S Beach. This one was released about a year after Anglesea, and I think it shows. It's about 11-ish minutes longer than Anglesea and has 5 more tracks than it. When talking about this one, Stu mentions this was cranked out in like 2 days in a warehouse with just cats and cigarettes. I hope you can hear the stench, he says. I hope I end up hearing the stench too. Yeah, I hear the stench. Stinky. Now that it's over, though, the best word I've got for this is simple. Like, lyrically, sometimes even sonically, it's just simple. I mean, not that that's a bad thing. I think it's, for what it is, still very solid. I mean, at the end of the day, it really is just a bunch of kids fucking around, having fun, trying to be something. Lyrically, each song has maybe 1 to 3 sentences that are just repeated over and over, but I think that simplicity lends itself well to instrumentation at times. It really lets you focus in on what they're playing. Like, did I just fucking hear a harmonica? Let's see, there's songs about jacking off and getting high, there's songs about not brushing your teeth, there's songs about being annoyed you gotta wake up early. It's just funny how absurd it is. And that's what this whole album is. It's just fucking around, shooting the shit, and that's what it reminds me of. Songs like Let It Bleed just remind me of going to the beach, packing up a car, and after everything's said and done, heading to someone's garage or like a backyard and just sitting around drinking or whatever. There's also times on the album when the guitar gets harder than even some of the shit off the singles, or Anglesea, and that's fucking cool too. Willoughby'S Beach just feels like a fully realized amalgam of all four of the previous singles squished into a big pile of, hey, let's just fuck around and have fun. Like, my ideal conditions for listening to this would be just hanging out around a bonfire, like in the middle of July or some shit with your friends. My favorite songs off of this were Deadbeat, Blacktooth, and the title track. Okay, so it's actually time for the rankings. I know this has been kind of a short video, I think. But I can really only imagine if we actually start like getting into the full-length albums that's going to change drastically. The singles, I'm gonna have to give a D to both. They're not bad. I said that earlier, but it's just boiled bubblegum. Hey There and Ants and Bats gets a slight edge over Sleep in Summer because Ants and Bats is just that good. Anglesea gets a D as well, but for what it's worth, it's the best out of the three in D. Super close to making it to C, but just a bit lacking. Willoughby'S, on the other hand, is our first C. It's a super solid, super energetic EP that puts me right in the middle of the pit, thrashing around, shoving people in a circle. Like, I might have spilled my beer, but the dude next to me handed me his yart, and everything's alright now, you know? Okay, short video this week. I guess that's it for now. I appreciate you stopping by. Next week, we're actually starting with the official full-length Giz albums, and it might be a little difficult to rank 12 Bar because that one used to be my favorite for like the longest time. So we'll see how that one goes. Let me know what you thought of the video. Did you like my rankings? Did you think they sucked and I should go die forever? Let me know either way. We're at 33 subs. That's really cool. I mean, we could get much higher.